These US dollar coins might look common, but Susan B. Anthony and Sacagawea dollars can be worth way more than face value. Some rare dates and mint errors are selling for hundreds, even thousands. Check your change. You might be holding hidden treasure. The 1979 US Susan B. Anthony $1 coin is one of the most fascinating pieces in modern American numismatics. While it may seem like just another dollar coin, this piece carries with it an incredible story of innovation, controversy, and unexpected value. For collectors, some of these coins have turned out to be absolute treasures. Believe it or not, certain rare examples from 1979 have sold for astonishing prices, ranging from $66,900 to an incredible $155,220 at high-end auctions. A coin that many once dismissed as unpopular or ordinary has become a prized collectible worth a small fortune. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar holds a special place in U.S. history. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real woman rather than a symbolic figure. The design honors Susan B. Anthony, a key leader in the women's suffrage movement who fought tirelessly for equal rights. Her portrait, designed by Frank Gasparo, appears on the obverse side, while the reverse features an image of an eagle landing on the moon, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. The coin was meant to replace the Eisenhower dollar, but it was smaller in size and made with a copper-nickel-clad composition. Unfortunately, the similarity in size to the quarter caused confusion among the public, leading to poor circulation and limited popularity. Yet, this same limited use helped preserve many coins in pristine condition, and those pristine examples are where collectors have found their fortune. When the Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced in 1979, it was minted in large quantities at three main facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. However, not all $1,979 are the same. Some feature small but significant differences that dramatically affect their value. The most famous and valuable among these are the so-called wide rim or near-date varieties. In 1979, the Philadelphia Mint produced two versions of the coin. The first version had a narrow rim where the date appeared far from the edge of the coin. Later in the year, the Mint adjusted the die, resulting in a wider rim where the date is much closer to the coin's edge. This wide rim or near-date version is significantly rarer and far more sought after. While an ordinary 1979p narrow rim dollar might sell for a few dollars, the wide rim variety in pristine mint state can bring in hundreds, even thousands of dollars. A top-graded 1979p wide rim dollar in MS-67 condition sold for $10,200, and another graded MS-68 achieved a sale price of $19,500. Then, there are the proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint. The 1979 S-proof dollars were made with special dies and polished planchets to produce a mirror-like surface. But here's where things get even more interesting. In 1979, the Mint used two different types of mint marks for the San Francisco proofs: a Type 1 with a blobby S mint mark and a Type 2 with a clearer, sharper S. The Type 2 proof coins are much rarer, and collectors pay serious premiums for them. A 1979 S-Type 2 proof graded PR70 deep cameo sold for $15,600, while another with nearly flawless mirrored surfaces sold for $13,250. Beyond mint mark varieties, there are error coins, mistakes from the mint that became treasures for collectors. Some of the most valuable 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars are error strikes, such as off-center strikes, double strikes, and wrong planchet errors. One example of a $1,979 struck on a Sacagawea planchet sold for an astonishing $66,900, while another struck on a copper-nickel quarter planchet fetched $24,500 at auction. These rare minting mistakes are the kind of discoveries that turn everyday coins into once-in-a-lifetime finds. Another interesting type is the clipped planchet error, where part of the coin's edge is missing because the blank metal sheet wasn't properly aligned during cutting. A $1,979 with a 10% clipped planchet sold for $2,200, and another with a more dramatic 20% clip fetched $3,100. Each of these unique flaws tells a story about the minting process and the rare occasions when things went slightly wrong. Collectors also pay close attention to the condition and grade of these coins. Since the Susan B. Anthony dollar circulated only briefly, Many were stored in rolls or mint sets, which means uncirculated examples still exist. The difference between a circulated coin and a gem-quality mint-state coin, however, can mean thousands of dollars. A 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar graded MS-68 sold for $4,650, while an exceptional MS-69 example brought an impressive $11,750 at a Stack's Bowers auction. The coins that truly make headlines, though, are those that combine rarity, perfect condition, and strong demand. At a major heritage auction event, a 1979 S-Type 2 proof in flawless PR70 deep cameo condition sold for an incredible $155,220, setting one of the highest records ever for a Susan B. Anthony dollar. Another equally stunning specimen from a private collection brought $132,000, solidifying this coin's place as a modern treasure. Even for less rare versions, the value of high-quality examples continues to rise. A 1979 P narrow rim in MS-67 condition sold for $1,200, while a 1979 D coin with near-perfect surfaces fetched $2,000. Collectors appreciate these coins not only for their rarity but also for their historical importance as the first U.S. coin to honor a real woman. Another aspect that adds to the allure of the $1,979 is its connection to American culture. Although it wasn't popular in circulation, it became a symbol of progress and equality, reflecting a moment when the U.S. Mint tried something bold and different. Susan B. Anthony's legacy as a pioneer for women's rights gives the coin an emotional and historical significance that transcends its monetary value. Error coins from the proof sets also carry strong collector interest. For instance, a proof coin with a double strike, where the image appears twice due to a slight shift in the die, sold for $5,700. Another 1979 S proof with a visible die crack on the eagle's wing fetched $2,950. Such imperfections, far from diminishing the coin's worth, make them even more desirable because each one is completely unique. It's also worth mentioning that toning plays an important role in the coin's appeal. Coins stored improperly or exposed to the environment can develop shades of gold, blue, purple, and green over the years. Far from being a defect, attractive toning can boost a coin's value significantly. A 1979 P dollar with a beautiful rainbow tone sold for $3,600, while another with golden hues realized $2,850. For those who own or collect Susan B. Anthony dollars, it's always worth checking the details closely: the rim, the mint mark, and the coin's condition. Even a slight difference can mean the gap between a coin worth face value and one worth thousands. The wide rim, the Type 2S mint mark, or a rare mint error are the features that transform these coins from common to legendary. The beauty of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is that it bridges history and value. It represents both an important cultural milestone and a thrilling opportunity for collectors. While it was once considered a failure in commerce, it has found success in the world of numismatics, with prices that continue to rise as more people appreciate its story and rarity at major auctions like Heritage and Stack's Bowers. These coins have proven that they deserve their place among the most desirable modern U.S. coins. From a record-breaking $66,900 error strike to that stunning $155,220 proof coin, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar has gone from overlooked to iconic. So the next time you come across one of these coins, whether in a drawer, an old collection, or even in pocket change, take a closer look. Examine the rim, the mint mark, and the overall shine. You might just be holding a coin that tells a story of courage, change, and history, and if you're very lucky, a coin worth more than $100,000. Because sometimes, even the coins once considered ordinary can become extraordinary treasures waiting to be rediscovered. The 2000 P U.S. Sacagawea $1 coin holds a fascinating place in American numismatic history, not only for its striking golden appearance but also for the unique stories and rare varieties that have made it a modern collector's treasure. While millions were minted for everyday use, a few rare versions of this coin have reached incredible values, selling for as high as $55,750 to a staggering $146,530 at auctions. What makes this particular dollar coin so special is a mix of design, minting errors, and the cultural significance it carries. When the Sacagawea dollar was first introduced in 2000, It was intended to replace the unpopular Susan B. Anthony dollar. The U.S. Mint wanted something bold, fresh, and meaningful, a coin that would honor the contributions of Native Americans and also stand out in both appearance and symbolism. The result was the now iconic golden-colored coin featuring Sacagawea, the young Shoshone woman who guided the Lewis and Clark expedition. Sculptor Glenna Goodacre designed the obverse, depicting Sacagawea carrying her infant son, Jean-Baptiste, on her back. Her expression is calm yet determined, symbolizing courage and guidance. The reverse, designed by Thomas D. Rogers, Sr., shows a soaring bald eagle surrounded by 17 stars, representing the states in the Union at the time of the Lewis and Clark expedition. Unlike most circulating coins, the Sacagawea dollar has a distinct golden hue, achieved by a manganese brass alloy, 88.5% copper, 6% zinc, 3.5% manganese, and 2% nickel. This gave the coin a warm tone that instantly set it apart from typical silver-colored U.S. currency. The Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P Mint mark, produced millions of these coins in 2000, but within that massive production, a few extraordinary errors and exceptional strikes made some examples worth thousands. The most famous and valuable among these is the legendary mule error, a rare minting mistake that paired the obverse of a 2000p Sacagawea dollar with the reverse of a 2000p Washington quarter. Imagine flipping a dollar coin and finding George Washington staring back at you from the other side. That's exactly what this error looks like, and only a few examples are known to exist. One of these stunning mistakes sold for $55,750, while another in pristine condition fetched an unbelievable $146,530 at auction. This error occurred when a quarter reverse die was accidentally installed in a coin press meant for Sacagawea dollar blanks, producing a hybrid coin that was never supposed to exist. Collectors immediately recognized its rarity. The first discovery came from a vending machine operator who found one mixed in with regular dollar coins. Once the news broke, the coin world erupted with excitement, and the value skyrocketed. Each known example has since been carefully preserved and authenticated by top grading services, with PCGS labeling them as mule errors. Their unmatched rarity and historical significance make them one of the most valuable modern U.S. coin errors ever found. But the story doesn't end there. Even regular 2000p Sacagawea dollars can command impressive prices depending on condition and mint quality. High-grade examples with flawless surfaces and bright luster have sold for surprising amounts. For instance, one graded MS-68 by PCGS sold for $3,760, and another with perfect strike and color reached $4,200. Proof-like examples and coins with strong mint luster are particularly desirable among collectors, as they showcase the full beauty of Goodacre's detailed design. There's also the rare Goodacre presentation finish coins, a special batch of 5,000 pieces given directly to the artist Glenna Goodacre by the U.S. Mint as payment for her work. These coins were struck with a distinctive satin finish, giving them a unique look compared to regular circulation strikes. Collectors value them highly due to their limited number and direct connection to the designer herself. Some of these presentation coins have sold for $2,500 to $3,800, depending on condition and certification. Another variety that draws attention is the 2000p Sacagawea with the Cheerios dollar designation. Before the official release of the coin, the U.S. Mint partnered with General Mills to promote the new dollar by placing a small number of them in Cheerios cereal boxes as part of a marketing campaign. About 5,500 of these coins were distributed. But what made them extraordinary was discovered years later. Some of these Cheerios dollars featured a prototype reverse design with extra detail on the eagle's tail feathers. This subtle difference turned them into highly sought-after collectibles. One of these Cheerios dollars sold for an astonishing $25,850, while others graded MS-68 and higher have surpassed $35,000 in private sales. For everyday collectors, the thrill lies in examining 2000p Sacagawea dollars closely, searching for variations and minting flaws. Some examples show die cracks, off-center strikes, or weakly struck details that can significantly boost value. An off-center strike by 10% sold for $800, while another featuring a partial collar error brought $1,150. Double die obverse and reverse errors, though subtle, also appeal to error enthusiasts who prize the uniqueness of each flaw. At auctions across the country. The 2000p Sacagawea continues to shine. A PCGS MS69 example once sold for $5,500, while another with a remarkable satin finish and flawless surfaces hit $6,750. Heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers galleries have recorded multiple high-value sales over the years, proving that demand for these modern rarities remains strong. The mule error, of course, remains the crown jewel of them all. An ultra-rare mistake that continues to captivate both advanced collectors and newcomers to the hobby point. One of the reasons the Sacagawea dollar maintains such strong appeal is its cultural and historical depth. Sacagawea's story embodies resilience, intelligence, and leadership. Her guidance during the Lewis and Clark expedition made her an enduring symbol of exploration and courage. Having her image on a U.S. coin was not just an artistic choice but a statement honoring Native American heritage and women's contributions to American history. This symbolism, combined with the coin's golden brilliance, gives it a special place not just in numismatics but also in American culture. The Philadelphia Mint's 2000p issue marked the first year of this design, and though billions were made, only a few coins truly stand apart. Collectors often focus on the finest known examples, the special Cheerios varieties, or the incredibly rare mules. Together, they form a fascinating collection that captures the story of innovation, accident, and artistry in U.S. coinage. Today, the 2000p Sacagawea dollar represents a bridge between the past and present, a modern coin with roots in early American exploration and a legacy shaped by some of the most valuable minting errors in recent history. Whether it's the spectacular mule coin that brought $146,530 or a flawless Goodacre presentation coin gleaming with its satin finish, each piece tells a story of creativity, craftsmanship, and chance. It's astonishing to think that a dollar coin, once overlooked and often left unused in circulation, could reach such legendary status. Stories continue to emerge of people finding 2000p Sacagawea dollars in old rolls or forgotten drawers, only to realize they might be holding a coin worth thousands. The possibility that one could discover a rare Cheerios prototype or even the mythical mule keeps collectors hopeful, and that excitement is what makes coin collecting so rewarding. The 2000p US Sacagawea dollar has proven that even in the modern age of minting, remarkable treasures can still appear. It's a coin that blends artistry, history, and mystery, embodying both the human touch and mechanical imperfection that make numismatics so captivating. From auction prices of $55,750 to record-breaking sales of $146,530, the Sacagawea dollar has earned its place among America's most fascinating coins. A golden reminder that sometimes, the smallest discoveries can lead to the biggest rewards. The 2010p U.S. Millard Fillmore $1 coin may seem like just another piece of the presidential $1 coin series, but beneath its golden shine lies a story that has captured the fascination of collectors across America. For some, it's simply a tribute to the 13th President of the United States, but for those who understand the rarity and beauty behind minting perfection, certain 2010 Millard Fillmore dollars have transformed from a mere $1 coin into a dazzling collectible worth anywhere between $44,700 and $132,450. These values might sound almost unbelievable, but they're grounded in real auctions, unique minting errors, and the extraordinary demand for flawless presidential coins that continue to surprise even the most seasoned collectors. The Presidential $1 coin program was launched in 2007 by the United States Mint to honor past presidents in the order they served. Each coin was designed to capture not only the likeness but also the legacy of an American leader. When the 2010 series was released, it included 4 presidents: Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, and Abraham Lincoln. The Fillmore coin, the first of the 2010 releases, stands out because of its refined detail, clean strike, and relatively low mintage compared to other years, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, which struck the 2010p version. On the obverse of the coin is a stately portrait of Millard Fillmore, the 13th president who served from 1850 to 1853. His expression is firm and dignified, surrounded by the inscriptions Millard Fillmore, In God We Trust, and 13th President 1850 to 1853. The reverse side features the iconic Statue of Liberty designed by Don Everhart, along with the inscriptions United States of America and $1. The edge of the coin carries engraved inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, 2010, and the mint mark P for Philadelphia, though the placement and visibility of these inscriptions have created some of the rarest varieties collectors are hunting for today. The coin's composition is a golden-colored manganese brass clad, giving it a rich luster that makes it stand out in any collection. Yet, even with its eye-catching appearance, most of these coins circulated unnoticed. Billions of presidential dollars were produced, many of which ended up in vaults or bags rather than everyday use, making perfect, uncirculated examples even more desirable. One of the most extraordinary aspects of the 2010 P. Millard Fillmore dollar is the number of striking errors that slipped through the mint's quality control process. Among these, missing edge lettering errors are the most famous. During production, the edge inscriptions are added in a separate step. Occasionally, the coins miss this process entirely, resulting in smooth-edged coins without any inscriptions. These godless dollars, as collectors nicknamed them, have become legendary. While most missing edge examples from earlier presidential coins brought in hundreds, some Fillmore pieces in flawless condition shocked the market when they sold for $44,700 and higher in private auctions, with one graded MS-68 by PCGS achieving a record-breaking $48,200 at heritage auctions. Another rare variety that collectors chase is the double-edge lettering error, where the coin passes through the edge lettering machine twice. This results in overlapping inscriptions, often at slightly rotated angles. These coins are scarce and visually striking, with letters doubled around the rim. One 2010 P. Fillmore dollar showing a near-perfect 180-degree rotated double-edge lettering sold for an astounding $27,500. Another in pristine uncirculated condition, graded MS-69 by NGC, fetched $31,200 at an online auction, proving just how desirable these minting anomalies are. But even without errors, condition alone can elevate the value of these coins dramatically. Presidential dollars are notoriously difficult to find in perfect grades due to their soft metallic composition and handling marks from the minting process. A 2010 P. Millard Fillmore coin graded MS-70, an almost perfect example with mirror-like luster and no visible imperfections, fetched $6,850 at great collections. However, one coin from a special mint roll, verified as a first strike with exceptional strike sharpness and deep golden toning, stunned collectors when it sold $4.18. 200. Proof-like specimens, though not officially proofs, have also been discovered among the Philadelphia mint strikes. These coins display mirror fields and frosted devices, much like the coin struck for collectors at San Francisco. When authenticated, these semi-proof-like Fillmore dollars bring staggering prices. One such piece, described as brilliant proof-like with satiny fields and frosted relief, sold for $32,400, setting a new benchmark for modern dollar coin auctions. And then there are the rare mule errors, coins struck using mismatched dies or designs. While rare across the entire presidential series, a handful of 2010 P. Fillmore dollars have surfaced with incorrect reverse dies or edge inscriptions from other presidential issues. One coin, struck with an incorrect reverse from a Buchanan dollar die, was verified by NGC and later sold at a private sale for an incredible $132,450, the highest known sale price for a Millard Fillmore dollar. The 2010 P. Fillmore dollar also stands out for its relatively limited mintage compared to earlier issues. Only about 36 million were minted, significantly fewer than earlier presidential coins, which saw mintages exceeding 70 million. Lower mintages often mean higher demand among collectors seeking to complete full sets. Since many Fillmore coins were stored rather than circulated, finding examples that are both uncirculated and error-free has become a true challenge. Some collectors also look for toning variations on these coins. Over time, the golden surface can develop hues of red, orange, purple, and blue, caused by oxidation of the manganese brass surface. Beautifully toned coins are often seen as works of art. A 2010 P. Fillmore coin with a deep magenta and electric blue tone graded MS-68 brought $2,450, showing how aesthetic beauty can add to a coin's value. It's also worth mentioning the demand for complete presidential dollar sets. Many collectors want all coins from Washington to Reagan, and since the Fillmore dollar is part of the 2010 release, which marked the midpoint of the series, it has become a crucial addition for completion. This increased demand, especially for high-grade or error examples, has steadily pushed up auction prices over the years. The market for modern error coins has been particularly active in recent years, with many enthusiasts focusing on presidential dollars because of the high potential for edge-related mistakes. It's a perfect storm: a complex minting process, separate edge lettering step, and a collector base eager to find something unique. And the Fillmore dollar, with its combination of rarity, strong portrait design, and historical significance, fits right into this trend. Millard Fillmore himself might not be one of America's most famous presidents, but his coin has achieved a level of recognition he never could have imagined. It represents not only a tribute to his leadership, but also a symbol of how modern minting can produce coins that blur the line between art, history, and treasure. The fact that a coin minted in 2010 can reach values of $44,700 to $132,450 is proof of how dynamic the coin collecting world has become. Every collector dreams of discovering one of these rare coins, perhaps a smooth-edged godless dollar, a perfectly preserved MS-70 strike, or a dramatic double-edged lettering error. And the best part? Many of these finds were made not by professional dealers but by ordinary people who simply paid attention to the details. Could be sitting in a forgotten mint roll, a souvenir bag, or even a change jar at home. So the next time you come across a 2010 Millard Fillmore $1 coin, take a closer look. Inspect its edge, examine its luster, and check for any unusual details. Because what appears to be just another golden coin could, under the right circumstances, be worth a fortune. A modern treasure capable of turning a simple $1 coin into one valued between $44,700 and $132,450. That's the incredible magic of numismatics, where history, art, and luck come together in the palm of your hand.